Hello, everyone. My name is Tom Dale, and I lead customer success here at imgix. Today, I'm doing a workshop on building video galleries in Gatsby. So I'm actually going to cover making 3 different types of videos and putting them into a Gatsby project. We're going to start with YouTube, use an MP4, and then do HLS. So the goal at the end of this is to offer 3 different ways for you to put videos in your own Gatsby projects, show you how to code them into a gallery, and show you how to deliver them performantly, and talk a little bit about the differences of each as well. So I did include a link to the starter, so if you actually want to follow along and really build it yourself along, I think that'll be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and start this here. So you can see that this is the starter. So all I did was just open this up in GitHub and cloned it and took it over here, right? I already ran my npm install, and I did Gatsby develop to get it start running. So this is what it looks like to start with. And this is just a different version of the Gatsby starter that I pulled. And it's going to focus on doing this area and taking us to different pages while we're doing it. So let's go ahead and start with this thought. So let me go back to my code. I'm going to take first this page here and change it to a YouTube one, and let's put a YouTube video in there. So I'm going to just go to my page 2 section here, and I'm going to copy all this code. It's going to make a second page. And the second page is going to be called YouTube.js. I'm going to paste everything in here. And let's just change the name. YouTube page. And tell me if anything you can't read well or anything like that as well in the chat. I can see that. Hey, Bruce. So I've changed the name here. I go ahead and change the name of this from second page to YouTube page. And let me go back to my index now. So the way I broke it down is I did a list, and under each list, I'm going to have a link, image, and the text that you saw. So it was linking to page 2. I'm just going to link that to YouTube. We can change this word here, YouTube, and the text. YouTube is easy to embed using an iframe in Gatsby. All right, so let's see how this is working so far. So again, I am running it live on the Gatsby develop. It's local, right? So now you can see it's changed to YouTube. If I click it, I go to this YouTube page. You'll notice a big gap right here. So this is where I want to put the video, right? So I'm going to go back to here and switch back to my YouTube.js. And I want to put the video in right here. So I mentioned this idea of me doing an iframe. Well, an iframe is just an easy way to share something from YouTube. And it's actually really easy to get. So we can actually just go ahead and open your browser, go to any YouTube page you want, and we can get an iframe that way. So I'm going to go to my favorite imgix YouTube page here, and we can pull the video. So if I just click on one, your page, I can go into share, embed. Here we go. They're already giving me some code right here for an iframe. So I'm going to copy this. So again, you don't need the exact one I'm doing. You can go to any YouTube page on the internet anywhere and just do the share and get it, okay? So right here inside of this div outer video, I'm just going to paste, okay? Paste it ugly. It's okay. I don't want the width and height. I'm going to style it myself. So I'm going to actually add an ID equals and then inner video. That is styling everything using IDs here. So I'm going to keep this source, this title, YouTube video player, probably not a great one, but imgix page the YouTube video. We can leave this frame border if we want. You can modify it however you want. You can leave all these allows. Leave this allow full screen. Leave it all. All right, so I just took that in and put that in. Let's see if it's working. So I'll go back to my page that's running. Click into YouTube. Here we go.
Thanks so much.
It's working. All right, so that's good. It was extremely simple, right? I literally just copied an iframe out of here. The iframe already had width and height edit. I chose to use some CSS I already pre-built anyways. But it was super easy, right? But kind of here becomes the question of what type of video should you do on your site? It really depends what's the purpose of the site. YouTube is very performant. YouTube is easy to use. It has a great distribution platform, but there's also a lot of negatives, right? First off, when I press pause, here are a bunch of ads and things it's recommending, right? That is a big risk to take someone away from my website to another website. So that's something I may not want to do. Maybe I actually make revenue myself through advertising. If I do that, I definitely don't want to use YouTube because YouTube is using their own ads and making money. I'm not making any money. And then thirdly, maybe you just want to style it different and make it not look like this. You want to make it look higher quality. Maybe you have an e-commerce site and having a YouTube embed looks a little cheesy. So maybe you should do your own video player to match the styling of your site. So a lot of different reasons why you might want to do YouTube and might not want to do YouTube. Okay. So, but ultimately building it in a Gatsby site was very simple, right? Well, let's keep this going here. I'm going to go to a second option now. What if I want to use just, again, a very simple option, but instead of doing YouTube, do my own hosted video, do like an MP4. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy everything I just made for this YouTube page. Go right here, make another one, mp4.js. I'm going to paste everything in here. So again, I'm going to change this bottom name to whatever I want, mp4. So now when I'm talking about mp4, mp4 is the tried and true format that just works, right? Like good old mp4. I'm going to get rid of this iframe here because it's not going to be an iframe. I can actually just use the video tag. It's going to use the HTML5 video tag, and it'll work just without having to install anything, right? Let's change the name of this, mp4. Right here is where I would put it. And let's go ahead and get the navigation down as well, right? Make sure you have that correct. And I'm going to go ahead and, again, go to my index page. So I'm going to take this UL, go all the way down, or sorry, LI, and go down to my other LI, copy, paste. And I don't want it to be YouTube. I want to go to mp4 because that's the page I just made right there. And I'm going to go ahead and change the name mp4. We'll change the little text right here. Good old mp4 works in any browser. Deliver via CDN for a good experience with Gatsby. There we go. And the last thing, maybe I'll change the image. So you might actually notice just in the image, I'm just using Unsplash images. So I can actually just go to Unsplash. If you've never heard of it, they're a stock photo company, and they actually do use imgix. So I can just take any image I want, right? Maybe we want the pineapple image, and I can actually use the images in here. And I'm not stealing it. They want me to use their images. This literally attributes back to the artist. They literally see the info of where this stuff's being used. That's what they want. They want me to use it, right? So I could just go in here and just replace it with any other thing I want. And you'll notice some parameters back here. If you're not familiar with imgix, it's just making some intelligent decisions to make sure it's avif, compressed, all that kind of stuff. I'm just doing it to make it simple for this demo, right? So now we have our link to MP4. So let me go back here and go home. Let's refresh. Here we go. YouTube, MP4. Perfect. Now all we have to do is actually put in a video here for MP4, right? So I'm going to go back to this page, and right here we had a video tag, right? So you actually would put it inside the video tag. You would do source equals, and you would put the URL for it. So I just have one memorized here, and I'll go ahead and put it in the chat. I'm just going to use one from my imgix account. You can use any MP4 URL, okay? You would want to put type equals video/MP4. Let me go ahead and give you this URL. Hi, I'll get to your question a little about using the hotkeys there for play and stop. But if someone else does know the answer, go ahead and feel free to put it in as well. All right, so I have my source, I have my type in my video. Let's see what we're looking at now, right? Oh, I didn't style it. Great, that's okay. ID inner video is what I call it. Here we go. And I need controls. So I can just type controls. There's a bunch of other things you could just type here, maybe autoplay, different items to change what it would do, right? But now you can see right here. Let's look at HLS now. Working right away, right? It was very simple to do, nothing special to download, to install, just works again. You do want to serve it over some kind of CDN, right? I'm using it with my account, so it's just serving it via Fastly. It just needs to be something, anything, any MP4, it'll work here. It'll be totally good and fine. But it does bring up the questions like, what are the negatives here for MP4, right? So it kind of depends. I think the toughest thing is the question is going to be, what kind of quality MP4 are you making? Are you making a high quality MP4? Because if you're making a very large, high quality MP4, then it could be, it'll play well on someone that has really good internet going right now, but it's not going to play well for someone that maybe has slower internet, and it's going to start choking all the time, not being able to go through. It'll stop playing. Maybe someone has good internet, but they just are on the train home, commute, something like that, right? The other way you'd have to do then is then lower the quality of the video, right? So you could lower the quality of the video, have it be smaller resolution, then anybody could play it. But again, the people with the high quality items will be looking at a lower quality video, right? So it's this kind of constant battle of which should I do? And a lot of people will actually run like serverless functions to like generate several different versions. And you have to store each version of that MP4 then. And that's certainly an option as well. But I think really the greatest thing you can maybe do is think about HLS. So HLS is a format that is actually going to stream the video and cut it into chunks like every 5 seconds. And literally from those 5-second chunks, decide on what is an individual person's bandwidth, and then adjust the resolution high or low to make sure it always plays, right? So let me show you how to do an HLS video now in Gatsby. Some of the pitfalls, just so you know, of the HLS is going to be, it doesn't just work in a video tag and it's super simple. You actually would need to do it in a player that supports it. So again, here I'm going to copy the whole thing, go over here, make a new page, hls.js, paste. And, Bronislav is asking the idea of what's the best solution for a video playing on just iOS. Again, it depends on how long it is, because if it's a background and it's like 10 seconds, then MP4 is fine. But if it's something longer, HLS will be better because it'll detect what the bandwidth is for that person. So if they have lower bandwidth, maybe it'll do 360p resolution. If they're higher bandwidth, it'll do 720, so it'll look clearer. But if it's like a real short, just looping, 7-second MP4 or video, MP4 is fine. Okay, so I pasted in the HLS page, right? So MP4, I'm gonna switch to HLS. Now, you're gonna notice up in all the pages I have this import that's kind of grayed out that I haven't been using. It's video.js. It's a player from video.js. So video.js actually supports HLS, and video.js is even a Gatsby site. That's really fun. It's actually a really great story about how this Gatsby site got built. You can find it at mux.com. Matthew McClure, he wrote it and created this as a Gatsby site. So this player right here is video.js, and it's using HLS video, right? So I want to show an example of how to get this yourself on your site, right? Because it's obviously possible. This is Gatsby. So I made my little, oh, get out of here. Made my little HLS page. Let's get rid of this video because we're not going to use the video tag. I'll change the name of this to HLS. Let's go back to my index page. I'm going to go ahead and add it. So remember, I just copied my LI to my LI. Paste it. I'm going to change the link now to go to HLS because that was the name of the new file I made. And change the name of this, HLS, performant video format intelligently detects bandwidth, serves best resolution videos for Gatsby. Okay, and I'll get another unsplash image super quick. This one. All right. Cool. So we should be good on that front. Let's just double check. So I'm going to go back home. It's probably building here. There we go. So YouTube, MP4, HLS. This is going to route me to the HLS page right here. Now we need to put our video.js video in here. So I'm going to head back here. There are also a lot of other players, just for the record, that support HLS. I'm more just saying the idea that, is you have to do something. You can't just put the HTML5 video component. That won't make it work. Okay. So I've made actually a component, player.js, and it is using video.js. And I'm just going to pass the URL via the name. All the stuff down here is just different options, aspect ratios, how it's going to play, that kind of thing, right? But that's how I'm going to be able in here to be able to pass a component called video player.js. All right. And then inside of here, I'm able to actually just put a name equals something. And I need to style it. Otherwise, we know what happens. So I actually have the URL from that HLS video from Mux from the video.js site. So I'm just going to put that in here. So it's .m3u8, that's HLS. That's all I should have to do. So let's see what happens. You building Gatsby, HLS, video player, we're okay. Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Capital V. See, this is how it feels. We're live. It's okay. Hey, here we go. Got it to work. Here's my HLS. It's running. We can actually show you just how it's doing it by inspecting. I'm going to go to the inspect here. And let me bring this over to my other screen. So I'm going to go to the network tab so you can see it, what it's generating here. Do refresh. Now, when I start pressing play, you're going to see it start going. So it's actually loading these different 5-second chunks, and it determined what size to use based on whatever bandwidth I have. I know the size is always the same, but it's what resolution video is in there, which is going to determine how high quality or low quality it is. So it just, as it keeps going, it's just going to keep requesting more and more, and it's just going to do it on the fly. It makes it different for every single end user. Okay. So so another exciting thing is there's not a lot of solutions out there that are doing these HLS items. I'm sure we're all familiar with the idea, like from, let's say, Netflix or something like that. We've all watched a video there, had it just change resolution because your internet hit some hiccup and then it changed back. That's what it's doing, right? But it was always kind of out of reach, more and more, and some companies started coming out with it. And I'm proud to say that actually imgix is now one that supports it. And we actually do, just like our images, we connect to your S3 bucket, take all your videos there, and leave them there hosted, and transcode them to HLS for you. So I can actually take an example from that same video we did earlier for my MP4. So if I do tom.imgix.video, HLS advantages, same file, right? Question mark, FM equals HLS. The only thing difference is I added the FM equals. I'm actually using my .video as well. But that's all I changed, and it's just going to change the format for me, and again, intelligently stream it and detect. So here we go, it's already switched. Perfect. So now we're probably all sitting here going, hey, I thought we were coming to a class. We were learning about making video galleries, right? Well, I first wanted to start and just make sure you all knew the different ways to make these videos. And the whole time we've been going along, it's just going to be a really easy process to turn it into a gallery now. If I actually think about how my homepage is set up, I put each of these items in a unranked list and then put LI, right? That's actually going to be a perfect way just to use some of this code and turn it into a gallery itself. So I'm going to copy now the whole index page, just make another page. Gallery.js. I'll paste it on here. Same story. Let's change this word. Change this. Oh, yeah, man. But now on this page, I'm actually going to get rid of all the link stuff. So let me just cut out this link. And I'll find the other link down here. And if it's up to me if I want to, and I don't need the image, right? It's up to you if you want to keep the text in the paragraph or not. If you want to go pure gallery and no words, you can get rid of all of it, right? So let's go ahead and just get rid of all of this. Lose the image. Now let's just now we can just start putting videos in here and creating a gallery. And I'll lose all these other ones and just kind of copy my format here going down. All right, so I'm going to do the exact same thing I did for HLS, and that was load the video player. So let me go over there. I'll take this one, go to my gallery. Here you go. Put it in here. I could just now copy the entire link if I want, for the list, a link. Make a second one. If you want it to be a different video. I think I've got Game of Thrones in there. And we can make another one. You keep changing them, keep putting whatever style you want in there, right? But now my gallery should work. Let's go to the index. And And I'll just go ahead and make one more spot to click to get to the gallery. Right, instead of linking to HLS, gallery, gallery, show me a gallery of videos. All right, let's see how we're doing. Gallery, didn't change the image, it's okay. Preparing requested page, huh? Gallery, we're okay. Why? Oh goodness, what's going on? It's okay. I'm just going to take everything from the gallery page and show it works and just put it in the index page. That sound good? Just going to quick think on this. There we go. Got our videos. Oops. Maybe I didn't spell that one right. Yep, perfect.
Let's look at HLS now.
Keep doing more and more and more. You do it as much as you want, and it's going to be a wonderful, simple gallery. Let's go through here. Copy this again. And we'll have 6. Voila. So how do you encode an HLS file? So you from what I understand, you need to get some kind of a service to encode it. So for example, if you were to get imgix, Bruce, if you just had a video in your S3 bucket, we would connect to it, and at the end you just put FM equals HLS, and we encode it and serve it. Other services out there as well, where you would upload it to it and they'll encode it for you. The nice thing for ours I like is that you're literally just connecting to where they're already stored. Then we give you a dashboard to find them all, that kind of thing. Cool. So what I have left is, maybe we should add this to Gatsby.js, put it up, and that would be pretty good for us, right? And then, see what questions we have to answer. So when I'm done with the project here, I'm just going to go to my desktop here. I have everything, just put workshop commit. And I'm just going to push this update to GitHub, and I'm going to use Gatsby Cloud, right? Do it. Here we go. So close. If you have other questions, we'd love to see them. Go ahead and write them in as we're getting ready to finalize pushing this up to Gatsby Cloud. We'd love to hear if any of you tried to follow along as well. Please write in. My goodness, what did I must have forgot to ignore something, or who knows. Right, it's all up in here now. Gatsby Workshop. I'm going to go to my plan. I'm going to add a site. Gatsby Workshop. Support it. If you haven't used Gatsby Cloud before, it is literally that easy. I just connected via my GitHub integration. Let's use the main branch. It's going to ask if I want to do any env variables. I didn't have any. Build the site. Voila. It'll build it from scratch. We'll have a URL and we'll be good. I do believe I already have one as well. So you can show the idea of it working. Yep. Perfect. On the left side. So great. So please let me know what kind of questions do you have? What do you think you can do from no? So yeah. So the HLS format does not work only on Gatsby Cloud. It works on anything. You could push it to Netleft 5 or Cell. It also doesn't have to be only on a Gatsby front end. It could also be, you could do it with Next or anything like that as well. And the only important thing really is that you do use a player that supports HLS. So video.js is free. It supports it. You can also use, there's an HLS player, there's a React HLS player, lots of different ways you could do it. Yeah, definitely have a look at the video.js site. You could find it easily on GitHub and see how they built it on Gatsby as well. What is the best size to keep good performance scores on Lighthouse? So it's, Lighthouse isn't really up to date on the idea of scoring your site regarding your video. And the reason is going to be because the video isn't going to autoplay, right? Like if it was autoplaying, it would, but if it's not going to really show up in that Lighthouse score. So that's a very big ominous problem is knowing how often people are trying to watch your video and it's stopping and they abandon and leave because they don't want to wait for it to choke up and be done. So the idea is once you start getting longer, once you start getting over that 15-second realm, it is better to either A, use HLS, or B, generate several versions of MP4s. You can also use YouTube. YouTube is performant and will intelligently switch to a point as well. So it's kind of up to you which solution you want to do. But again, once you get past that 15 seconds, you're going to have to do something more than just putting the one MP4 there. Yeah, and it again depends on the kind of site, right? But again, the nice thing about HLS is it's not even the do not matter, it's the not have to worry. You don't have to worry about what resolution or size it should have been. Just get one large size, use it, and it's going to switch it automatically depending on every single end user. All right, I'm going to open up my Q&A here, see if there's anything here. I don't think I have any questions. Well, I know this is towards the end of the Gatsby conference. I thank you so much for coming to the workshop. I'm going to stay on and continue to answer questions, but I really do hope that you try using my starter, try making something. If you have your own videos, go to imgix and try using the new video solution there. It's really simple to use. Thank you so much, Danielle. I'm glad. And it's, try imgix for the videos, try it for the images. I hope you all, maybe you don't realize how crazy this is for me. I spent like the last 6 years of life talking about images, and I'm very excited to be talking about video now. It's such an important landscape, and I think it's just so important for providing a better user experience for people on websites. Do I have any CMS recommendations that work well? Well, right away it sticks out of my head. I did see the Data CMS had like a good starter with Gatsby, and they do good stuff with video and HLS. But again, realistically, you could pass, any item via the URL and just have it work from us in a CMS, right? So you could even you could certainly use Gatsby with Contentful or Data. Any of those is fine. Yeah, you can email me at tom@imgix. I am on LinkedIn. It's I'll look it up, but what my Twitter is this. My LinkedIn. I don't know what that is. Oh, there you go. It's this. Tell Tom. So glad. Thank you all. if you don't have any more questions, I'll go ahead and stop the stream. If you do want to even chat with me, I'll go over to the imgix booth. Looks like we have it for another 10 minutes or so, so you can go there and chat and ask questions there if you like. Great, glad you all liked it.